Hey guys, welcome to 4DS React. This is Zahra from Iran. Salam dostay aziz.
Hi guys, this is Daniel from Kazakhstan. Добро пожаловать, друзья.
Khush Amadeen. This is Anam from Pakistan.
Okay, so hi guys, this is Sufyan from India. Namaste. And today we are going to react to.
Sufyan is very excited. Oh my god!
It's burning out here, okay? So we are going to react to Virat Kohli's business journey.
Yes, it was requested
Yes,
a lot by you guys.
A lot is an understatement.
Yes.
Wait! How free internet fueled his rise, it says.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes. So there was this another video as well, Virat Kohli business journey, but there was no subtitles in that. And it was a long video, so it would have been hard for me and Anam to explain everything to Danya and Zara. But I think this is in English and it's a watched video as well. Like
Shout out to Athletic Interest for the video.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, you're
The G.
the G. You're the man.
The women. If
And
you
or the woman.
yeah.
Or woman.
Or in
Okay,
between.
so we'll go ahead with the video
fuck.
and let Sufyan educate us on Virat Kohli's journey.
No, the
and
video is
cricket.
going to educate us.
You will educate us more for sure.
I can.
The video is missing
passionate.
something, Sufyan would
Yeah.
And
No,
Sufyan
but
will
it's
like-
about his business journey, so that I don't know if it's about a
Sufyan
bit
will
about
like,
cricket.
This is not correct, actually. I know the correct.
There's a point, $1.20 difference.
Okay, guys. So
Okay,
let's go.
let's
He is one of the highest paid athletes in the world, one of the most famous athletes in the world, and among the 100 most influential people in the world.
Oh.
We are not talking about LeBron James or Cristiano Ronaldo, but Virat Kohli. For a country of over 1 billion
Yeah,
people,
sounded-
picking an idol doesn't get any easier. Virat Kohli is the captain of the Indian cricket team. He dates a famous actress, speaks like a statesman, and parties like
He's
a rock
married
star.
to her now.
And he is widely acknowledged as the best batsman in the world.
Really?
While Kohli is destined to have
Widely
his name
acknowledged.
alongside cricketing legends, he is the first to be among the highest earning athletes worldwide. To assess the value of Kohli, it's worth noting that most of India's cricket-crazed 1.3 billion inhabitants know him. For comparison, hardly 800 million people live in Europe, and North and South
More
America
than
combined
Europe
are home
population,
to roughly
what the
1
hell?
billion people, still less than India alone. So what is it that makes Virat Kohli one of
What
India's
is it?
biggest
Yeah, what is it,
celebrities?
Sufyan?
So, should
I think you should, yeah. One left.
Celebrities are often worshipped as heroes, but nowhere is it remotely on the same scale as in India.
That's true.
All throughout Indian history, people have been placed on pedestals and elevated to demigod status. While in the past this adulation was reserved for kings, it has now trickled into other parts of Indian society and culture. Unlike most earlier Indian cricketers who prefer to let their bats do the talking,
Dhoni and
Virat
Tendulkar.
Kohli is not the one to shy away from confrontations on the fields or at press conferences.
I'm not sitting here comforting my guys, so I don't know what you're listening to, but I'm asking everyone to be hard on themselves.
He has built a reputation for never standing down and not giving an inch on the field. As stated in The Telegraph, those steeped in the traditions of cricket and the spirit of the game may be aghast at his behavior, but he finds approval for his actions in a vast majority. Cricket players do not get a salary anywhere close to that of athletes in domestic leagues like, for instance, the NBA or Premier League. This is because they represent their national team for the majority of the year, and most domestic tournaments run for barely over a month. These leagues are lucrative, but the wages are adjusted for the short duration. In sports like football, the domestic league is played throughout the year and
He was wrong. It's not 1 month. It's almost 1.5 to 2.5 months.
his primary
Yes,
salary
I
is paid by
knew
clubs,
you were
not
gonna say
national
that.
authorities. So it makes perfect sense that no cricket player is on the Forbes list of top 100 highest paid athletes. That is, no cricket player except for Virat Kohli. He is by far the highest paid cricket player with a total annual earning of 26 million, which
Oh my
dwarfs
God.
all of his other colleagues. The Indian Premier League was the brainchild of an Indian businessman. After studying in the US and being exposed to the wild popularity and unique cultural position basketball held there, he returned to India and modeled a cricket tournament along the lines of the NBA, which was unheard of in the traditionalist sport of cricket. IPL launched in 2008 and immediately became a phenomenon in India. The only people who challenge cricket players for godlike status in India are those from Bollywood, and IPL married the two. Many of India's biggest celebrities, from actors like Shah Rukh Khan and Preeti Zinta to India's richest man Mukesh Ambani, seemingly made a beeline for buying
So they have their teams
franchises.
in IPL.
The IPL now has the second highest average attendance for any
Wow.
league across any sport
More than Premier
anywhere
League.
in the
Yeah.
world. And Virat Kohli is its highest paid player. And yet, despite the almost $2.5 million from the IPL and the previously unprecedented bumper contract with the national team, less than 9% of his annual earnings comes from his salary. The
Oh my
only
God,
athlete
also
in the Forbes
sponsorship.
top 10 with
Sponsorship.
more than 90% of earnings coming from endorsements is Roger Federer.
He's only
So
been-
what makes Virat Kohli so marketable? A part of the reason behind Kohli's immense popularity is that he is way more accessible than any of the previous generation stars.
Okay.
And this is largely down to India's richest man, Mukesh Ambani, launching a telecom company called Reliance Jio in 2016. It offered free mobile data to everyone for 6 months and exceptional low prices after that. As a result, data prices from their competitors plunged in response. Coupled with the explosion of cheap Chinese smartphones in the Indian market, this led to a whole new wave of Indians on the internet for the first time. Millions of new Indian Facebook and Instagram accounts were created in the first few months after Jio's launch. The timing of this coincided with Kohli's form.
Perfect timing.
A huge number of people began streaming his matches from their phone, which meant more people were seeing him at his best. Now, they could even follow up on him post-game, from his regular social media updates and interviews. Everybody wanted a piece of him, and it wasn't long before half the nation knew everything about him, from his favorite food to his toilet schedule. Subsequently, it was revealed that amongst the hottest keyword from internet searches were Reliance Jio and Virat Kohli. Kohli is now the most followed Indian on Instagram and reportedly earns over $350,000 for a single tweet.
For single tweet.
It has become even more
And the
actually.
bad
The
boy
video is a bit
attitude
longer.
quickly garnered him an almost religious young female fan following.
True.
This was
Turkey
uncharted territory
Young
for
female
Indian
following.
cricketers who were usually known only for their cricketing ability.
These
With
look
this,
good.
Kohli began transitioning from national sports
his
star
body
to
also.
celebrity, much the way David Beckham did. However, the similarities with Beckham don't end here. Kohli cemented the crossover when he began dating the beautiful Bollywood star Anushka Sharma.
Yeah.
Their marriage was a huge event in India, and the
Nice
relationship ensured
It wasn't
magazines
in India.
always
The
had a
wedding wasn't in
permanent
India, I
stream
think.
of
It
news
was
to
in
write
Italy.
about him, even when he wasn't on the cricket pitch.
You should have made
Virat
this
Kohli's
video.
brand is built carefully by his superstar agent Bunty Sachdev. Bunty, or Jerry
This
as
guy must have
Virat
earned a
calls
lot of
him after
money.
Tom
Yeah.
Cruise's character and Jerry Maguire, has complete freedom about everything Virat does off the field. He can be viewed as the Indian version of Mino
Yes, I
Raiola
was
and
just gonna say
represents a
Mino
long
Raiola.
list of Indian sports superstars. He handles everything about his players' image, from the apparel they wear to their social media posts, using a data-driven model to identify target audiences and demographics. A quick glance at the companies that Kohli endorses shows us exactly what
What
audience he
audience?
targets. We primarily see names like
is his
Puma,
own
Google
brand.
Duo, Uber, Tissot, Audi, and
the
Philips.
big brands.
These are companies that exclusively target the urban Indian population, and that is
Through
exactly
Virat
the
Kohli.
market that the brand Kohli is going after. His own athleisure brand 1-8, in collaboration with Puma, is set to release a whole collection of urban and
It released
youth-centric
actually.
Are you gonna buy it?
footwear
No, I
and
didn't buy
equipment
it, but
that he
yeah,
hopes
it
will
released.
grow in the same vein as the Jordan brand. We can classify almost the entire list of companies he has endorsed and invested in under one urban youth-centric category. Underneath this umbrella, we see three clear segments: fashion, health and fitness, and sports. Let's take a deeper look at this to understand how Bunty has delivered on his promise of showing Virat the money. In 2017, Kohli stopped endorsing Adidas and signed with Puma. It was the largest ever endorsement deal for an Indian sportsman with a single brand. This can be attributed to Puma agreeing to launch Kohli's own signature line, 1-8, after his jersey number 18.
18, yeah.
The move paid off for both, with Kohli getting close to $150 million from it. Puma says its association with him led to 10% of its sales in India in 2019, along with an overall 23% revenue growth.
Huge effort for them.
He is also the co-creator of a youth fashion brand called Rom and is constantly seen on advertisements for an ethnic wear brand called Manyavar with his wife. Kohli changed the nature of the cricket team's approach to fitness with his own transformation. He went on a vegan diet and completely revamped his workout routine. And his marketing team makes sure that his physical fitness is always associated with his name. Kohli caused a huge stir when he dropped PepsiCo as a sponsor for not being in line with his new healthy lifestyle. He is now the face of India's most popular energy and nutrition drink, Boost. In 2015, he invested close to $12 million in setting up a new line of gyms in Tier 1 Indian cities called Chisel. After seeing the success of IPL and the popularity it garnered from the younger generation, a whole bunch of copycat leagues in different sports began cropping up all over India. Kohli promptly invested in some of them, like a team in India's domestic wrestling league and even in the now defunct tennis team UAE Royals, captained by Roger Federer.
Roger
The
Federer and they
teams
are
he
good
owns
friends.
are all very strategic investments and follow the same pattern. For example, FC Goa, one of the teams he co-owns, is a part of India's
It's a football
football
league.
league. Football and the Indian Super League have a largely young audience in India. On top of this, Goa is a state that is known for its beaches and young partygoers. One cannot help but notice the same characteristic features again and again that are ingrained into everything he does. Something sporty, healthy, or fashionable for a young urban audience. He makes sure to only work with partners that suit his brand image and not accept every offer he is given.
That's nice.
This clarity has worked well for him and built a strong credibility. An article in The Scroll captured Indians' love for Kohli quite simply by saying, "It's easy to see why Kohli is so popular in India. He is the best cricketer in a country that adores the game and its stars. He is a fitness and style icon. He dates a famous Bollywood actress. He talks like a statesman and parties like a rock star. He is what every youngster in India aspires to be."
So the answer to your
While in
question
India,
from
Kohli seems
Sufyan.
to only be getting bigger and bigger, it remains to be seen if Kohli can break the confines of the limited global appeal for cricket outside the Commonwealth nations and transition into a truly global personality.
I think he is already.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please consider subscribing and check
I
out our...
have a question. Why did he cancel partnership with Adidas and decide to carry on with Puma?
I think he might have got a better deal, right?
Yeah.
Are you
I think
gonna
it's
buy
not.
1-8?
No,
And
it was
Puma
no, it
collaboration?
was launched way back. So there is his own personal brand, right? Wrong.
Yeah.
So I bought T-shirts way back because they have been there in the market from a long time.
How
so
can you not buy 1-8 Puma? You're a Virat Kohli fan. You should always like support him, you know, like buy everything that he releases.
I'm not a big fan of Puma actually. That's why.
But you're a fan of Virat Kohli.
No, so it doesn't mean that I'll buy if he's sponsored.
Virat Kohli fan here, big fan,
I think
sir.
after this video we all became Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli,
Yeah.
sir, please,
He's handsome too.
Yeah, true.
please.
No, the thing is, so they have only mentioned about his business journey here, but the other part of it when he started cricket, so cricketers used to be not so fit. Okay, the fitness thing wasn't there in
Yes,
cricket.
yes,
and,
true.
And so the thing is that when he came in, he was also not so fit, and he played for like 3-4 years. His performances were still good. Okay, it wasn't bad. But then one sudden day he decided that okay, I need to change myself. There was some bad performance or something in one of the games and he decided that okay, I'm going to change myself. And then he went, I think they said vegan. I think he's vegetarian.
Vegan, yeah.
I don't think so he's vegan. I'm just, I'm not 100% sure, but I saw one of his interviews, he said he was vegetarian. But now he has gone vegan. So he cut out everything. In the start he didn't become vegan or vegetarian. He was just following a normal healthy diet. And he went into fitness like crazy, bro. So and then he became the captain as well. So he asked everyone to be fit. He was like, if your skills are here and your fitness is here, you can't be part of this team. If your fitness has to come here, And plus the other part of him is that he's very aggressive.
Yeah.
And very aggressive. Okay, so he's like, so Australian teams were famous for coming to your backyard, sledging you, then and beating you as well. Like no one used to give them back. Okay, but after Virat Kohli it changed. Like Virat Kohli wouldn't back down. He would go fight with them.
Like physically.
No, like
push each
this,
other.
so there are sledging, right? People will say something to you, and so the older Indians, like they were like Sachin, Dravid, and all, they were good. They were too nice. Yeah, they wouldn't say anything. They would be like, okay, we'll just focus on our game. They were really good players as well. Okay, but he changed this when he started giving it back to them. Like he and the other thing with him is that when someone sledges him, he becomes even better. Like that helps him to perform better.
He thrives in competition, right?
And the question that why is he the best player? Because since he has started playing the game, there is no other player in the cricket world to score as many runs. Not even close.
Wow.
No one is not even close. He has like, so Sachin Tendulkar is the one who has scored 100 centuries. He's like the legend of the game, okay? And so he's the one who has scored 100 runs 100 times.
Okay.
That's a very big achievement, okay?
Huge.
And the thing is that now Virat Kohli, he hasn't even finished his career. He has reached like 71, 72 now. And he is on the path to beat him as well. So if he beats him, Sachin is anyways the highest. No other cricketer in the world has scored that much.
So he's going to be the greatest.
Yeah, so he is going to be the greatest ever player to play the game.
He actually also has, they said, very big female following he has also.
Yeah,
like,
that's
because of his
looks,
look.
yeah.
And there was always like this one thing about cricket. Whenever I watched, I was like, why are like these cricketers like they're not physically fit? Like it's a sport, you know. You have to be like when you see football players and all that. I mean, they're all fit, you know, and these players like they were not. So I think that's something new that he, he understood this gap in cricket and that, and like fitness, and he,
that took them to another level.
Yeah, and of course, like being physically fit also like affects your performance, right? So I think that was his reason. Also, I think he's very hardworking and he's very dedicated. Like whatever he sets his mind to, like he just does it, you know.
I think that the image that he built, also as the video said, it has a lot of influence on his like the image helps the influence he has on people. Because when you're like focused on one image and you don't go, because I've seen a lot of celebrities going like advertising for different categories that is not even related to their own brand. So as he said, like there's 3 segments that he's interested in and is relevant to him, and he's going like only for those things. I think that adds a lot to his influence. Like people will count on his word when they know he has something to offer and he's offering this, you know.
I agree with all what you guys said, and also what completely amazes me about sportsmen like Virat Kohli, like Floyd Mayweather, Ronaldo, is that they're amazing. They're the greatest players in their own sport, but at the same time they're amazing entrepreneurs too. You know, so they're great at both things, which is very hard to do. Like it requires so much discipline, and you have to be like a madman to a degree, you know, to like achieve in both things equally.
That's
like it's really impressive. And another thing is that he turned down Coca-Cola deal because it wasn't like associated with his brand, which promotes like healthy lifestyle.
So nice.
That's
like
I
they were
respect.
saying 1.3 billion people like actually look up to him, like they know him. So like to have that much power and use it as like, you know, not in your like selfish way or advantage, like it's like I think it's very what's it called, inspirational.
He's truly exceptional. I think people like this are born in like 100 years. I think, you know, like we'll never see another Virat Kohli. We'll never see like another Floyd Mayweather. You know, it's amazing.
And for business, the thing is that they said it pretty rightly that he has everything. So first of all, if you want to be a brand, you need to be good at what you do.
Exactly.
Amazing cricketer, okay, and
check.
it could be one of the best cricketers ever, okay, when he finishes his career, okay. Secondly, he fitness part, and then we should see his interviews actually.
They say this
He-
it's like a
Statesman, very good speaker. Like we saw Shah Rukh Khan, right? I think he's also pretty good. Virat Kohli is not behind him. And then the thing is that as a leader, you need to speak well, so your teammates will get inspired as well.
And so many people watching him would, like Indian population, would want to be like a cricketer because of him. You know.
Sometimes those words of courage change the whole direction of the game. You know, when like a captain of the team says like such word that touches like your heart and you know motivates you. It changes the whole game.
Influences the mindset of every team member.
Exactly.
Like,
yes. I actually thought Anushka Sharma was more famous than Virat Kohli because I didn't know much about Virat Kohli, but now I think I changed my mind.
I don't know, like I always think about this, guys. So this is a question for you guys watching this. Who are more famous in India, cricketers or Bollywood? I feel it's cricketers.
Really?
I feel it's cricketers, okay?
Whoa.
That's shocking to me.
That's my personal feel. So I want to know what the people watching, especially the ones from India, what do you guys think?
Curious.
Like, what do you think? Who is bigger, Virat Kohli, MS Dhoni, or Sachin, or Amitabh, MS Dhoni? No, not Amitabh, Vijay Telepathy, Shah Rukh Khan, or Ram Charan, or Junior NTR, Prabhas, or Mahesh Babu. Who are bigger?
Yeah, I'm so curious.
Because MS Dhoni, the previous captain, has a huge fan base. Huge. I think bigger than any movie star as well.
Tiger Shroff.
Let's ignore that. Anyways,
Don't
guys.
disrespect the people on the list. Okay,
What
by
do you
bringing
mean?
Tiger Shroff.
What do you mean?
But he's not. He's a baby still.
I know, I was kidding.
He has a long
I
journey.
know he's not that
Look
big.
at Virat Kohli's journey versus Tiger Shroff journey. You will know. Okay.
Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for suggesting this, and we love
Thank
this.
you.
And subscribe, like, comment. Bye.
Bye.